Well, hello and welcome back. Last time, well, we got the modular engine production up and running, which we've got some more coming in here. And what I want to do today is, well, see if I can get the adaptive control units up and running, which might be a bit on the side. But before that, I want to get a few other things here, namely the tier 4, 5, and a couple of tier 6 ones done before I get going. So, tier 4 hypertubes, we need industrial beams, steel pipes, and copper sheets. So, I should actually just select the milestone so I can actually pull everything out. So, encased industrial beams. Check. Steel pipes. 300 of them. Check. And copper sheets, I need more, but I always have excess over. Hypertubes will be actually useful for getting around to a few other spots. So that would be good. Okay, copper sheets. There we go. 500 each. And I'm thinking, because I've also got a couple other things set up here, I could increase the amount of fuel I have via going for liquid biofuel here. But first off, let's get this all done. So industrial beams, steel pipes, and copper sheets gets me the hypertubes. I'm gonna have to wait 10 minutes before the pod returns.
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations.
Cool.
They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them.
Cool.
We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Okay. I set up a hypertube line and hypertube cannon to let me a bit fast going over to my oil processing. And because we also got the pod back, we can actually go in and take a look at another thing here. And let's do expanded infrastructure, get that done. So, we need more encased industrial beams, more steel beams, more modular frames, some wire. Only 2,000 of that. It's fun. Okay. Should be this one over here. There we go. Okay, so that should be everything we need. Oh, I forgot. I need a lot of modular frames. And last 72, that should be enough to get the expanded power infrastructure. Should help out.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fix-It developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries.
Nice.
Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fix-It and humanity.
Nice. That will come in handy. Now, I'm just gotta wait for the next one to come back so I can actually finish off tier 5 with Logistics Mark IV, which I probably don't actually need. I can hold off on that because I don't need conveyor belt Mark IVs yet. But what I do want to go for is monorail technology and railway signaling. Now I've got enough for the monorail technology here. Oh, I'm just high on encased industrial beams. Ah, that sucks. Oh. But monorail train technology acquired. It's going to be helpful going forwards here.
Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast quantities of parts. Train logistics can be made more precise and complex with tools found in the railway signaling milestone.
That's what I'm
I
going to do.
listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo-choo mother...
Trains! We've got access to trains now! These monorail trains. So it's cool. Now, do I have enough computers? Ooh, just shy, but we are actually, no, we do have enough computers, so I just need to wait for the pod to return to be able to get railway signaling. So I should have enough for everything else here. Got enough stuff to be able to do the railway signaling. I'm just trying to determine whether it's worth it for me to actually use trains at this moment, which aren't really seeing a need for.
Train signals placed on train rails can control
Could be useful, but
behavior.
Not sure at the
This helps
moment.
to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For
That'd be good.
information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
So that's done. So I think what we'll do is just finish getting the last of these and then start worrying about getting everything else set up here. I might set up a train line going from here down to here where I'll have my oil processing to make plastic and whatnot. Maybe even connect it up here so I can connect coal up as well as a few other things. Or run it through a few other areas. Might. It depends on what I feel like doing. But for now, I just gotta wait for the pod to return. Actually, let's take a look here. If I want to be making computers, it's probably the next thing I need. I'm going to need plastic, cables, and circuit boards. Circuit boards, I need copper sheets and more plastic. 10 per minute. I'm probably going to have to want to overclock this to be able to produce 10 per minute, which is only like, what, a little bit faster. That's not too bad. Copper sheets is just a constructor making copper sheets, 10 per minute, which just needs 15, so that be overclocked as well. Plastic, that's 30 plus the 40 here. So I'm going to need to improve my plastic production capabilities as well. I've got a couple of recipes here that could help out in this regard in the hard drive library. Because I've got recycled rubber as one of them. I've also got recycled plastic as another one. Which both of those, along with the heavy oil residue and a few of the other stuff I've got, I might actually be able to set up a way to turn all the oil into one of the products of like plastic or rubber. So that's cool. Another one that I got that could actually be fairly useful to be able to get some biofuel production or liquid biofuel is the coated iron canister. Because that way I just need iron and copper to make the canisters to be able to get the biofuel. Which is simple enough. I've got like iron ingots and copper ingots over here. So let's get that set up here. So simplest solution. I don't need anything too complicated or too a lot. So let's just set up down here. What I'm going to need is a couple of constructors here. one to make copper sheets from copper ingots, one to make iron plates. And let's do this somewhere else. Could possibly just reuse that over there. Okay. Here should be fine. So constructor. Constructor. Copper sheets. Iron plates. They lead into an assembler, which is going to make the coated iron canisters. I need to push that back a bit further. So connect this up to here, connect that up to here, make the coated iron canisters. Which then I want to feed into a refinery, I think. Oh wait, no. So that's going to be leading into a packager here, which is going to be making packaged liquid biofuel. 40 canisters per minute. This is producing 60, so that's more than enough. Not too worried about that. The biofuel will be coming from water, which I haven't actually provided over here. I'll just need to get that over. Cool. Which is a refinery here. Is that the input output there? Yep. I actually need the pipelines here, so that goes up to there. So this is going to be set to make liquid biofuel. I need 2 summer sloops for this one here. So we need solid biofuel going in here, which is yet another simple one of a constructor going from here into here. And this is just making solid biofuel from biofuel or biomass. And this is where we get a bit of the interesting part, because we need biomass being made, which I'm thinking of going from alien protein, because that gives me a lot of biomass. And if I get everything summer sloops patched in here, how many summer sloops do I have? I got 7. That's cool. And so then we'll have one more set up to make the alien protein from whichever one I want, because it's going to get me a lot of biofuel this way. And once it's packaged, I'm going to throw it into a industrial storage with a dimensional depot on top, which means I need sand fluctuators. Dimensional depot on top. Okay. And then set this up with a conveyor lift Mark 1 to plonk that into there. So that'll get me the liquid biofuel, which I can then use for my jetpack. It's cool. So the only thing left is just to connect up the water. I also think I need to overclock this. No, not really. So if I grab my summer sloops, we throw a summer sloop in here, which brings us up to 120 per minute, so we can upgrade this to that. Some slow sloops in here to get 120 per minute. Which just can't operate fast enough, so... Yep, helps if I actually spell things correctly. Power shard in here. Now, consumes about 100 minutes, producing 100 per minute, so it's fine. That gets all that, all this. Another summer sloop in here. That needs to be upgraded as well. And another one in here. And then if we change this out to just plain old storage container here. Oh, somehow I swapped that out. Okay, that should be the biofuel line by myself. Just need to get the water being pumped in. Which I just happen to have a river up here, so this could work out if I can fit... Ah, must be placed in deep water. Okay. Get some water here. Oh, this might be deep enough down here. Cool. We did that. Grab a pump. Should be able to pump that up here. Got the water. Bring this over to here, and then that should just fit into that one there. Should then get us water once this gets there. Perfect. So now all I need to do is connect up the copper and iron ingots here. Honestly, I don't really mind too much if I remove all that, but this is fine. I don't need the conveyor merger, I need the conveyor splitter. Bring that up, bring that down over there, perfect. Power pole mark 2. So connect you up to here, connect you up to here, connect you up to here, connect you up to there. Connect you up to there. connect you up to here, switch you over to a power pole Mark II, so I can then connect you and you up to here. And one more, that should get the entire line ready to run here. Yep. And cancel productions, cool. Okay. So, for starting off with just some hog remains, let's just see how much we get from... Actually, no, let's switch this over to spitter remains because I've got a full stack of spitter remains on me. So how much will we get from one stack of spitter remains? That's going to give me a lot. 180 in protein. Let's turn that into that. Solid biofuel. Then we get the liquid biofuel. Then that all gets packaged into packaged liquid biofuel. Then gets delivered up there. Cool. So let's run and see how this goes. Well, we've done let it run a little bit. We've almost filled up this entire industrial storage container, and we've barely used any of the eating protein. About 20. So I think we're looking pretty good there. So in that case, I can actually swap out my solid biofuel for packaged liquid biofuel. Because one, well, it's just going to last a whole lot longer. Okay, let's take a look at something else here. So, with the other couple of things we've got, I can take a look at a few things here. So if we take the crude oil in, we can then get the heavy oil residue out, which leaves some polymer resin. So, then we take the polymer resin, done in a refinery. We can then turn it into residual rubber, needing about 40 polymer resin a minute, which this has 20, so we need 2 of those to be able to produce the rubber here. Then we take the heavy fuel from oil from there, turn it into residual fuel, which takes 60 in per minute and outputs 40, which just produces 40. So I'm going to need to figure the maths out on this exactly. But then we get fuel and rubber. So if we then take another refinery, we take this and we go recycled plastic, which gives us 20 rubber per minute. This takes in 30 rubber, takes in 30 fuel, and gives us 60. So that's pretty much it. So it takes in crude oil, residue, does this one, takes in water and crude oil. Residual plastic gets turned into rubber. The rubber gets turned into plastic and all that. So I'm going to set something like this up for both, because it can do the same thing, but if I do it the reverse it, instead of using residual rubber, we go residual plastic, and then we go plastic recycled rubber, we can also do the same thing to getting rubber. So that's cool. So I'm just going to go set that up back at my oil processing, or back over near my oil, and come back. I might also set up some trains. We'll see. Okay, so I've got all the plastic production set up. Currently, we've got only half of this pure node of crude oil being used up here, but all of it is pretty much being turned straight into plastic over here. And quite a bit at that. So all the stuff just need to do is, well, get these all connected up here. So way this is, I'm just going to go for an easy way. We'll just go for a conveyor splitter here, merger there. Oh look, there's a train. I did also get a train line set up here as well. Come spit out that way. So this will work. This comes out from here, goes into here. Yes, I know you're here. Then we will also move that up from here into here as well. And just feed this all in. Okay. Yeah, train. Turn off self-driving. How much do you even have in here? I'm not sure. But what I can do is go through here and say, hey, train. Hit timetable. Go to plastic, wait until freight wagon is fully loaded, load only plastic, save, then you'll go to hub, has been fully unloaded of, why am I doing it that way? I can just do it this way. Plastic. And unloaded all 15 seconds. No, I want to wait there. And wait for 15 seconds. So I need to go back to the plastic one, change that up to be an and as well. You can hop in. Open train menu, set to self-driving. Nice. Should be loading up a bunch of plastic in here. I think something might have gone interesting here. Okay. Timetable, let's just send you on to turn off self-driving. I'm just doing this because I need to check something out here. Okay, load. 192 items per minute. Which something isn't quite right here. Is that 60, 150, 150. Hmm. 360, which should be able to be handled by 2 of these conveyor belt Mark 3s. Oh, it could be because the backlog, that's why things are backed up here. Okay. So then we can dump all this plastic in here. Now we've got a lot there. Oh, it could be because the rubber's backed up. Okay. Well, let's just do a quick fix here. We grab an awesome sink. Throw this here. Logistics. Throw a smart splitter here. Any there. Overflow to the left so we can then take this out from here and into there. Okay. Cool. I still need to connect this up to power as well. So I'll just let it run. Full capacity. Can do 192 items per minute, which should be enough. Do I even need this rear-facing one? Oh. But this works out because we got this entire track laid down. Two-way sort of thing. It's a big loop at the moment, but the good thing about this is I can expand this out fast to be more spots when I need to. So another thing is, what I'm going to do is going to add another station over there for rubber and expand that production with the other half of that pure node to be purely making rubber, because I have a feeling I'm going to need that later on. But for now, this is actually working out fairly nicely. Haven't made too much more progress, but that whole section there. Yeah, the whole plastic thing, that was kind of a bit of a complicated messing up and running. Okay, it's going to go that way. I'm just going to take the hypertube cannon loop back over. Pretty sure I'm quite a bit faster. Just because of the way it's set up. Yep, I beat it over here. So, the way this generally works is, we've got the exact same setup here that I did have for my fuel generation, but what's happening next is we're sending all the residual polymer over to be turned into rubber, or polymer resin, and then that is heading over here to where it's going to be recycled back into plastic. Also combining that with the fuel that we're producing from the heavy oil resin, all that over there. And then we have some more of that fuel coming up and over here to where we have some rubber being turned back into plastic, And then all that plastic is being turned back into rubber, and then all the excess rubber makes its way back through to here. So that's the main loop, and that's everything working there nicely. Which then I'll just lead into here. So that works out very nice there. And we've got the train tracks everywhere that needs to be. And so now we've actually got access to plastic close by to some iron and copper, which can then be used to actually make up circuit boards and computers and a whole bunch of other stuff need be. All that I have left to do is, well, just get rubber up and running. So I'll call it the end of the episode here, so you can comment, like, subscribe down below. Really helps out with YouTube discovery and whatnot. And that. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.